Hey guys, here 2 days later doing another, actually two reviews, which I'll split into two videos because I want to give both movies enough time to talk about them. Um, these two movies were movies that I was kind of not exactly looking forward to that much, but because of the critical acclaim that they were getting, some of the critical acclaim they were getting, and because also that I promised I would try to do see every wide release film that has been certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It's some kind of goal I'm trying to do. I mean, I probably I have a feeling I'm gonna regret this later, um, and you guys can hold me to it. If anybody's watched these videos, can hold me to it that I go see every wide release. Now, when I say I'm gonna go see a wide release film, it has to be within the area of within my area to go see it. Not I don't want to drive all the way to Cleveland or anything like that to go see a movie. Unless it's a really big, great movie and it's getting a lot of hype or something like that, I won't go see it in Cleveland. I can either go see it here in Niles or in Youngstown. I'll even go to Youngstown sometimes. But anyways, I'm just got back from seeing two movies. Like I said, I'm gonna split them both up into two videos so I can give them both time. The first movie I saw was The Croods. Obviously, anybody who's watched my previous video knows that I had an experience a couple days ago where I wasn't able to see Croods. I actually bought a ticket and everything, but because the projector wouldn't work and everything else, even though I got previews and commercials, the projector decided not to work and not to play the movie. Because of that, I was not able to see the movie on Friday. So I called Regal to see if the movie was going to be playing all right, and they said yes. So I decided I was going to go see it again, or see it today. Um, the Croods, this was a movie like I said, it looked okay in the previews. It looked like a simple family flick, and I didn't have much hype, but I being a, this being DreamWorks Animations, I kind of was keeping hopes high. Um, so, and plus it had Nicolas Cage as a caveman, animated caveman, and I love Nicolas Cage. Yeah, he's a bad actor, but he's been in a lot of crappy movies, but he is a very entertaining actor. We'll say it, to say the least. So what did I think of it after all this of trying to go see it on Friday and now having to wait a couple days to see it? Is it as good as it, or is it worth the hype, or is it worth the wait? Yeah, actually it is. I thought it was a pretty dang good flick. This is especially, I would recommend anybody see this in 3D. This movie is really amazing in 3D. The best 3D movies I've seen mostly have been animated, and I don't know what it is about animation, but it translates better in 3D than live action movies. And this is a good example. There's a lot of like great sequences that utilize the 3D very well. And I'm glad I waited to see this in 3D and not in 2D. This was actually, and again, actually, I got to see both the movies I saw today for free because of what happened on Friday. I had a free 3D movie ticket, so I utilized it to go see the Croods again in 3D. Yeah, like I said, I would recommend to go see this in 3D. It was one of it was the best 3D movie I've seen all year so far. And maybe Oz too, but Nicolas Cage brings his Nicolas Cage-ness. I know that's not a word to the movie. You can definitely tell he's playing himself as a caveman, and it's great. He has a lot of fun in this movie. He has his Nick Cage moments. Um, he he's very entertaining. And part of me was just sitting there thinking while he was uttering some lines, like just trying to imagine him in a studio booth saying these lines and just having a really funny image in my head. Uh, I liked it. I mean, the story is very simple and all, but it is a good story overall, and these characters were a lot of fun. I liked a lot of the family in this movie. I particularly liked that the little daughter who's like basically like a savage, basically. Uh, she's like a baby. It's basically a savage and acts like an animal the whole movie. She's really funny. Um, the the monkey or whatever that's the character guy's uh, pet or whatever the hell the monkey or his name is Belt or whatever. He's pretty entertaining. Um, yeah, like I said, Nick Cage is entertaining. Pretty much everybody in the movie is entertaining. Um, I also like in this movie that even though this is a kids movie, there's some really morbid, disturbing things for kids in this movie. Um, like the opening sequence where they talk about how they had neighbors. The opening sequence is cave drawings of the history of this family, the Croods, and they show that they had neighbors, and because of certain events, all their neighbors have died, and all these neighbors have died in really painful, disturbing ways. Like one gets eaten by a snake, one gets eaten by I don't know what else, by a cat, and one gets eaten by or gets attacked by a mosquito, and the other just dies of sickness. And it's kind of morbid. It's kind of funny though. The other part is that the other thing I thought was amusing, probably the most amusing thing of the movie, is that in a kids movie, Nicolas Cage's character, his whole goal in this whole movie almost is to not only obviously keep his family safe, but to find a way to get rid of his mother-in-law, who's played by Cloris Leachman, and he's hoping that she dies sometime soon. He always gets depressed every time she shows up when he thinks that she's dead. It's really morbid. It's kind of funny, and I got a kick out of that. I was, at one point, the monkey pulls a knife out on the little girl at one point. I'm like, what the hell? And there's a scene where there are birds that, like, basically just eat all the meat off of any animal and just leave bones. That's it. There's just bones, so they just basically ravage an animal to death, and to the point that there's nothing but bones left, and that's pretty morbid. Like I said, it's pretty disturbing for a kids movie. And at one point, I also like how they capture a bird in a trap, and then the next scene they show is them cooking the bird and then just ripping apart this bird, like eating like savages, and it's really disturbing. And like, this is supposed to be a kids movie. How does it get a PG? It's kind of amusing. I really enjoyed this flick. The animation's great. The 3D's great. Like I said, go see this in 3D. As for the trailers and stuff like that, I think I got the same trailers I got the last time I tried to see it, which were Smurfs 2, Jesus criminy. I'm not looking forward to that. Epic, which I want to say I'm looking forward to that. This movie looks beautiful as hell, but it's got a lot of comic relief characters that I don't know whether this is going to be a stupid movie or not. Kind of looks like Ferngully. Am I the only one that thinks this movie looks like Ferngully? What else? Despicable Me 2, which I can't wait for. I finally got to see a trailer. Kind of tells you what the plot for this movie is going to be, and it does look like it's going to be funny. I love the Minions, and I love Steve Carell. I love the little girls. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, other than that, this definitely was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. The Croods. I really enjoyed this movie. There's some, like I said, there's some really funny moments. The jokes are really good. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but yeah, and all the voice acting is very good and all that stuff. But I'll get off here, and I'm gonna come back with another review for my second movie, and trust me, you'll want to see this one. All right.